Hi, Marcel. We, as a staff, just got done watching the first sermon in our new series called The Seven, and I was just moved to, I don't even know what I'm going to say. I just moved to send a message to you and just to tell you how utterly glorious and beautiful our risen King is. We open up the text, verses 1 through 8 of chapter 1, as you know. Through this series, we'll be in chapters 1 through 3. And man, as we consider Christ not only being risen from the dead as we worshiped him on Sunday and declared in the gospel, but also as we consider him being not only ascended, but exalted and sitting on a throne at the right hand of God the Father as he is Lord of creation and King of his people and the head of his church. It is a glorious vision of Christ Jesus. And I really just am encouraging you to participate through this whole series and really come prepared. I guess that's really what I want to say is be ready, be praying. When we heard this first message, our response was to stand up as a staff, gather together in a circle and pray. Just pray that the church would understand and comprehend how rich and deep and passionate Christ's love is for his bride, and also to pray that we would be able to comprehend what it means for us to be the people of God, not just individuals who have been saved and are somehow isolated and perpetuating that isolation through disconnection, but instead we've been adopted and saved into a great family. A family that is the proverbial Humpty Dumpty for sure. We have most definitely as a church fallen off the wall and are being put together by God's grace and Spirit. But boy, what a vision of a worshiping church that we're going to have through these next several weeks. And I pray that we respond well, which means that we're going to have to come ready. We're going to need to be prayed up, prepared, perhaps even reading through the text ahead of time, asking the Lord to help us, maybe even getting up a little bit early on Sunday, getting to bed a little earlier on Saturday night so that our minds and our bodies are prepared to hear what God would say to us, to consider that these are no less than the words of Christ as he dictated through the Apostle John, the apostle who he loved and spoke to these churches. We can say by extension that these are letters to us. Christ not only knows intimately the strengths and sins of the churches in this great book, but he knows intimately the strengths and sins and temptations and struggles of his church that he loves, which is the Church of Mars Hill in West Seattle. And so be praying for the saints of God, be praying for yourself, for your family, for your friends, and let's be ready to hear the words of the risen Jesus. See you on Sunday.